everybody, welcome back to Rachel and Bella Crafts. Rachel here, hope you're all well. It's so nice to be back with you after a bit of a prolonged break again. I know, I come back, I disappear, I come back, I disappear. I think this has got to be the most disjointed summer that I think we've had in a long time. So yeah, it's I do apologize for kind of being here one minute and gone the next, but the last time that I came with the video was to show you our new autumn kit, rather the first of our new autumn kit, our woodland wanderings. And we also talked about the journal giveaway that we have happening, which is now closed, and we have drawn, and I will be announcing shortly who is the winner of the journal giveaway. Sorry, just put some cream on my hands then because I've just cut my finger open on the tumble dryer filter. I know, I'm incredibly special and I have a talent for just doing these things, just randomly hurting myself. So yeah, this is the journal that Bella has beautifully put together for you. It is a lovely journaling journal for you to write down about your woodland wanderings and other such lovely escapades you may have planned for your autumn time. This is using the woodland wandering kit. As you'll see, there are some lovely full-size tags in there that she's finished off with some beautiful stitching. She's popped some lovely little clusters in for you. It's just a quick flip of, you know, the lovely pages that are included inside. Need a plaster on that. Oh, I love this paper here. It's like sandpaper, not sandpaper, you know what I mean by sandpaper. And then you've got Mr. Fox in the back there, and then this beautiful lace hinge that she has put together for you. So I will be back shortly to tell you who is the winner of that. If I forget, somebody yell at me, Rachel, giveaway. But before we talk about that, I want to just quickly tell you about this week's. We have another kit out. This is the second of the kits. It has been out a little while. It's been out about a week and a bit because I did release it last week and then promptly shot off to our autumn retreat, which was amazing, and I hadn't had a chance to get back on and show you the kit and one thing and another. So we have had a sale on last week that was celebrating our retreat, and we will be running another sale now this week because obviously the launch of the kit. So if you're very quick and you get in there quickly, you have a couple of days to secure the kits for 40% off. And then you'll be able to have both sets of the autumn kits. So these pages in front of me here are just a couple of the pages from the new kit, which is called Forest Threads. I will show you that very quickly in a moment. In fact, I'll do that now because I'll forget otherwise. So this is the new kit. There are it's the journal pages, the backgrounds, and then there's the add-on and ephemera kit. Okay, so that is our second autumn kit that has been released now. It is our Forest Threads. Now you understand why the name. So quite a few of the pages are basically like this embroidery pattern, which I'm really hoping some of you are going to be able to combine with your slow stitch projects and come up with some really lovely designs. These would make some stunning covers for your botanical journals, your autumn journals, not just autumn, but any time of the year botanicals, because and it's literally a design. So if you print them out onto fabric, which you can do either by purchasing the print on fabric packs from Amazon, or if you have watched Jez from Nigeza Creates video where she shows us how to use freezer sheets. I know a couple of the YouTubers have done tutorial, but Jez specifically, she came to our retreat in the spring, sorry, and she did a workshop for us, and she demonstrated to us the use of the freezer sheets, ironing onto the freezer sheets, and then you can print on them and do all sorts of things with them. She had us doing all sorts of wonderful things with serviettes and things like that. So you know, that's a cheap way. Cut up some bed sheets, iron a piece onto, you know, an A4 size piece onto the freezer sheet, and then it'll print through your printer, no problem at all. These would be wonderful to slow stitch on. I know Bella is currently working on a project. She has taken this image, I believe, which is on the, because there's a couple of collage pages, as you saw, included. And it's one of these lovely collage pages, these beautiful little birdies. And she has literally stitched this whole bird. Oh my gosh, it is amazing. He just literally looks like he's about to fly away. He looks real on the page. She's just given him such texture, so I'm hoping she's going to be able to show that with you all soon. So there, that is the Forest Threads kit. That's available in our Etsy shop and our Ko-fi shop, and currently for the next couple of days it is available with the other kits at 40% off. So if you want a bargain, guys, go and check that out. Okay, so that's new. I'm following my list here now because I'm all of a doodah. This is the first time I've been back in my craft room where I've been able to see the floor. Oh, I should be ashamed to say this, but I'm not going to be ashamed. I've been a busy lady. Yes, all the cases are unpacked. Craft bags back in the attic now for the winter. And yeah, I've actually got floor, but I'm in the middle of I have to pack up and move my craft room. So that's a long story. I shall explain more to you about that later on. Now I've had this on my desk. Please forgive me if I have already said thank you for this, but it just caught my eye there when I was talking to you, and I thought, you know what, I'm not sure if that's there because I've forgotten, but I had these beautiful pens sent to me a little while ago now from the lovely Judith Eddington. She is one of our design team members. She does incidentally also live in Wales. She also sent me this beautiful botanical gift card. You know, she's written a lovely note in there, but she sent me these lovely pens. So Judith, if I haven't shown these yet, I'm so sorry, and thank you, because I love them. And they are, not only is it lovely because they've got lovely little scripture verses on them, but I also love the colours. So thanks for that, Judith. And if that was a repeat thank you, then doubly thank you. You know, we can never thank too much, can we? And I'm always a bit afraid that I'm going to forget. Now, just to give you a little insight into how crazy my brain is, I'm not sure if you're in our Facebook group, but I did share this yesterday. My other half bought me this journal because I am a terror. I have new diaries every Christmas, and I just love buying new diaries. I love stationery, I love notebooks, I love them with lovely, interesting covers. But I never remember to keep them up. I get to about February, and then it's like, oh, I've forgotten, or I've put them somewhere, or I've tidied up. And so he said, oh, well, let's see if you can keep this one. So I was like, all right. So in all fairness, I gave it a good go. I lasted until February the 13th, 2023. And then tidied up, moved some books, and promptly forgot all about it. Well, yesterday when I was cleaning my craft room, this little voice in my head said to me, Rachel, get that journal down and write in it. And I thought, oh yeah, I forgot about that. So I got it down, opened it up, and I thought, oh, I only got up to 2023. I only did 6 weeks. Oh, well, I'll start catching up. And then as I opened it a little wider, oh, look what I found. There's £100 hidden in there, guys. I was so excited. So excited. So to all of you who, like me, store and hoard your stationery, go and check what you've shoved inside. Instantly, I'm going to leave that in there now because now I know it's in there. And that's obviously been put in there as a hidden stash for something safe. Do you put things away safe and then forget where they are? Oh, I'm dreadful for it. Okay, so guys, I've got a little project I'm working on. I thought you might like to join with me and have a little look, have a go. I did start working on this quite a few weeks ago. I think when I first got back on my holiday from France, I was working on it a bit, but everything's been quite crazy here. But I was very pleased with how far I've come. So, Rose from Journals in Time, Hi, Rose. I'm going to just zoom out a bit, guys, so you can see better. There we go. She showed us, our admin team, a few weeks ago that she'd been working on a beautiful Lapbook, and she was very pleased that she was getting it finished. And I was like, ooh, a Lapbook. Yes, now that's something in the back of my mind I've always wanted to have a go at and never really gotten around to doing. And I thought, you know what? I think I'm going to give this a go. So I went away and did a bit of research. I've never made a Lapbook. I've never even seen one in the flesh. So I was kind of like, right, I really need to kind of do a bit of deep dive research on what exactly this is, what it consists of, how it needs to go together, how I should best construct it. So I watched lots of videos. Not that there are many videos I found. There's a few, but there's not many. So yeah, I went off and I did a deep dive, you know, typical ADHD, let's really find out everything about this. And I then decided to give it a go. So through all of my research, I ascertained that the smartest, most efficient way to do this, and time efficient way to do it, would be to combine two hardback books. So, bear with. Oh, if I can reach this without causing a craft to lunch, as Jess says. No, I think we're good. Okay. So I had a couple of these up in my attic, waiting simply for me to pull them out and do something with them. These are Reader's Digest books. I'll be honest, I hadn't really taken on board the fact that they're not all the same width. So I did make a little bit of a boo-boo, but I thankfully noticed and was able to rectify that before I went too far. So I basically took two of these, gutted them obviously because it's the covers that I wanted, and then I laid them down. Oh golly, I hope I'm going to be able to get all this in now. Well, for example, so this is the gubbins or the back. Let me show you this way around. There we go, because it's rather big. So this is book one. So if I open up my Reader's Digest book, you'll be able to see. Oops, there we go. So that would have been book one there, look. And then this side, this is book two. So then I thought, right, now obviously I need to make the joining spine. So I got some cardstock and I, layered that up and I cut that out. Then I realised that the actual spines of my Reader's Digest books were a slightly different size. So that was making a mess of things in my head. So I was like, right, you know what? I'm going to just use the boards, make 3 new spines, and then the whole thing will work together. So what I did was I used the boards from the hardbacks for these big pieces here. And then I made these spines here. And I did make a little bit of a boo-boo. This was slightly too wide, and I miscalculated how wide these needed to be. Hence why it is a little on the chunky side, but that's okay. We'll work with what we've got. And of course, because not only were the spines slightly slimmer, they were actually just ever so much, a little bit. These must be slightly shorter. So again, if you're going to do it with two hardback books, make sure they're the same size. That's the point I'm trying to make there, okay? So what did I do then? Well, I laid it down. Like I say, I put the spines in and then I taped it all. Now, I didn't have any bookbinding tape. So, thankfully, my other half had some, it's like painter's tape is what they use for, it wasn't masking tape. The white stuff, painter's tape that you all use. It wasn't that. It was quite a heavy duty stuff because obviously he does it for his job. So he had some so I used that and I literally stuck then the spines to the heart, and I did that both sides, taped all of that. Then I wrapped it with brown parcel paper, wrapped it around the whole thing, stuck it down on the inside, then neat little corners so that there's literally no can you see there? Shall I zoom you up a bit? Hang on guys, sorry. If I just, oh no, that's it. I'm gonna have to lift you on the arm. There we go. Sorry, you're a bit close, aren't you? So you can see there's no yucky joins or anything there. You can't see, I taped the corners there properly, just so that, nothing was going to come undone. So then I thought, right, what am I going to do with this now? How do I want it to look? So then I thought, right, well, I don't want the brown paper effect. I knew I was going with an autumn kit. So I thought, right, I know, I will cover it all in gesso. So I covered the whole thing in gesso. That made lots of mess. This is why it's taken me so long, I think. But only because I was stopping and starting, leaving it a few days, thinking how I wanted to go on. Then I bought last autumn in an online craft sale, as we do. I bought a pile of these tubs of, I haven't got one by the side of me now to show you. Hang on, bear with me a second, because you need to know what this is. Right, sorry about that, guys. So I used this white acrylic gesso to paint the whole thing. Then I waited for that to dry. Then I was trying to and decide. So then I went around and started inking, and I initially inked using the tea dye one of these, which I've put somewhere now and I don't know what I've done with it. Oh, there it is. I went around the edges first with this colour, but I wasn't very happy with that. But I wanted to give it a kind of, but I don't mind it because it's giving it a kind of a goldy shimmery effect, but that's fine. But I bought a load of these. They are Gilding Flakes, and I bought them last year in a sale. They were all like, I don't know, silly prices, 50p, 90p, something like that. They can't have been a lot because I bought like 6 tubs of the stuff, and then when it came, it wasn't quite what I thought it was. I think I thought that it was embossing dust. I was going to say another word for it. What do we, you know what I'm on about, the stuff that you use to emboss and then you heat it. That I thought it was that, and then it came and I was like, oh, what am I going to do with this? So anyway, I thought I need to start using some of this up. So I grabbed that. I finally found my tub of PVA glue, and I PVA'd it a bit at a time, and then I literally got a paintbrush and just dipping the brush in and just tapping it on like this, and then I PVA'd over the top of it all, and I did the whole of the outside of the cover, and then I left it all to dry, and then I was left with this, and I really like it. I think it's a really good effect, because I thought, I know I'm going to put stuff on the cover, but I didn't know how much I was going to be able to cover, but I just really like the look of it. So that's the outside. So when it's closed in now, that's how it will sit, and it's obviously got all this lovely glimmery speckledness going on it, and I can cover as much or as little of it as I like. So that's how I did my cover. Oh, and I have again since inked, but I'm just loving how it looks really worn and just like an old book, which is obviously what it is underneath. But so then on the inside, I started working on this last night. Oh, I've got this upside down. Sorry, guys. Right, so these are some of the pages from both kits. This one is from the Forest Threads kit. This one is from the Woodland Wandering, and this one is the backgrounds from the Woodland Wanderings. I wanted to cover the spines, so I reinforced them again with a bit of card. I put a bit of green card underneath. Then I've attached just some old scrappy bits of cheesecloth, which I actually found in an old flea market a couple of weeks ago when I went to Cardiff, and I came out with some scraps of material from a lady who was doing like material stuff and all there. So I've put that then underneath here, just on each spine, and then I've overlaid then with paper from the kit, which is literally just printed on 160 GSM paper, and I've cut those down now to make just the panels, which I probably won't see an awful lot of. These I will probably see most of, but I won't see these anyway because I'm going to be putting things on them. So that's the inside now done. It took me quite a few hours to do this last night, but that's not because it was a long, arduous task. It's because I was watching the television at the same time, and I tend to not be able to focus on more than one thing at a time, so I get a little bit zoomed in on that, and then I was like, oh yes, I meant to be doing this. So anyway, that's why it took me a while, but this literally is not a very big job. So that's the inside done now, and I have got my pieces now prepared, ready to go on these panels here. So I've popped that cute little birdie there, and I'm going to put this cute little birdie there. So that's what you'll see then when you open, because I didn't want to make too much bulk, because I think I'm going to actually put a journal in the center of mine here, because like I said, I actually made, if you can see that, I'm going to have to lift you up a minute, guys, sorry, here we go, zoom out a moment. You can actually see, if you actually look at the way that my spines sit, I didn't need that back one to be so big, so I could have gotten away with that being like I don't know, half an inch smaller. So there is quite a gap now in the middle, and it's not making it very sturdy. So what I figured I'd do is put a small journal in the middle there, and then it'll just kind of, make it a bit more sturdy, and it'll keep these in place then when I put a little latch on the top. So that's why I'm just going to put these panels here like so. I haven't decided yet whether or not to put some more cheesecloth behind them. I may do, but I'm not rushing my decisions, if that makes sense. Yeah, you can see that where the one thing is longer than the other, and I just made a bit of a boo-boo there, but it's okay. It'll be fine. It's my first Lapbook. It's not going to stop it from being effective, is it? So let me just put these pages safe a minute. So I'm going to just quickly show you what I was working on last night, because I wanted to make some inserts now for my Lapbook. So I'm just playing about, and I just trying to think as I'm going along with what I had here, because obviously I've got huge amounts of pockets and all this ephemera that I've got cut out ready. All of this is from the Forest Threads kit. That's not just a bit my paper I cut off. So I want to be able to incorporate these as well. So what I've done so far is this. I have this bit here that flaps up. I think I'm going to leave that and make that a tuck. I've put a bit of the kit onto the back of that one there, so I got that far. And then I can't decide whether or not to make these pockets or little flip downs with side pockets, but I think if I'm going to do that, I'm going to have to do it this way. Yeah, I think I might do that actually. I think I'll flip it down, we'll put a pocket over there, and then we'll pull something out here, because I've got room in and out of this, or I don't want anything sticking out that side, if that makes sense. And then the same here, and then I wanted to work on then this on the inside here, and then of course we've got this lovely big pocket here for a lovely big tag. So that's how far I've gotten so far. So I'm going to show you really quickly how I made this, and then we can finish off adding some bits and pieces to it. So let me just move this out of the way. Oh, and it'll sit there like that, look. Okay, so let's just put that over there. Where can I put you? Right, you go in there. So what do I need? I need a piece of oh, here they are. So they were all on my desk earlier. Nothing too busy. This will do. Right, and did I bring it? Yes, I did, and I want that. Okay, so this is really simple and easy to do. First thing that we're going to do is we're going to make, let me move out of the way, we're going to make this bit here, okay, which is very simple and straightforward, because it is essentially just, as you can see, a 12 by 12, and I have scored it and then cut. So I'm going to just do exactly the same thing again. I'm just checking what I've scored it on there. So that was what, 8.5 and 21.5. The only annoying thing is I've lost the, it's always the same, I've lost the actual score thing from here. I'll use this one. So what did I say? 8.5. That doesn't like going in. Give me a minute, guys. I'm sorry. I thought I was all ready to go. Oh, there it is. It throws me when I lose this. It's because, like I say, I've been away. I've had 2 retreats, and I haven't finished putting my stuff back where it all should be in my craft room. So I said 21.5. I did, didn't I? There we go. Okay, now step 2. Oops. Step 2 is turn it this way, and then we're going to come on, lanky legs. It's like moving a daddy long legs. Right, 21. I've marked that on. Obviously, these measurements are all to fit on the panel that is on the inside of my Lapbook. So you need to, if you're making a Lapbook and you're crafting along with this idea, it needs to fit on this here, okay? So either slightly smaller or to the actual scale of that, otherwise it's not going to fit inside. So as much as it's great that you've got, you know, I'm giving you and sharing with you my measurements, only use my measurements if they fit what you're doing. Does that make sense? Otherwise you're going to be left with a project, or product rather, that, I've got too many of these now, that will not fit what you're working on. So there we go. And then I'm going to just do the upfold. Actually, no, I'm not going to do the upfold. Am I? Yeah, no, I am going to do the upfold. And then the next thing I need to do now is to cut. So let me grab my scissors. I'm going to cut now down. So this is this bit here, look, okay? and then this is the flap, and where we then created 2 folds here, see these lines? We're going to cut down these lines here now, okay? This is a really nice, simple project to do, and you could, this is the basis for many other things that you then can create just by using this 12 by 12 format. So that one will then go up, and these 2 then will go down. Now, I recommend you trim just a bit, because you don't want this catching on that piece there. If that makes sense. So when it's folded, you don't want it catching in that there, look. Sorry, I'm not using any of the right words today, am I? I may as well just say, what is that by there, look? Or what is that look by there? Right, there we go. So do you see what I'm saying? So when you fold, then this isn't going to catch. The other thing is as well, if you use a corner rounder, I was using this one last night. I don't like this one, it's a bit blunt. I don't know where my other one is. She's quickly rummaging in the drawer under her desk. No, it's not in there, we'll have to stick with this one. So if you take your corner rounder then, round off your corners, and then there's even less to catch then on stuff. Oh, I'm sorry about that noise. One of my children is running the tap as per. Nobody moves in this house until Mum comes and starts videoing. Do you find that in your houses, guys? Right, next step now. I'll just ink this pocket here. Ooh, I can tell you what else I'm going to do, which is what I did on that one, is I'm going to use the other side of this one here, the notch, and I'm going to put a notch. I'm just doing it by eye. There we go. So we can just see that that is actually a pocket. There we go. So we've got yourselves a nice little pocket in there. And then I'm also going to now round off my other corners. So, because it just makes it look nicer, I think. Something quite attractive about a rounded corner in a journal. A little bit of, you know. The other thing now is as well, I would just trim these, just to make sure that where it was scored, you don't have any of that leftover residue that's going to catch on anything. There we go. And then, let's turn it over just to do the other side. I do wish they would turn that tap off. Oh, thank you. It's such an annoying noise. Okay, there we are. Right. Just cut that away. There. Okay. And then we're going to round this corner here. Okay, right, so we leave that there like that. Now, you know the next thing, you know, always advise ink anything like this, because it's going to really make everything just pop out nicely, and especially when you're building layers and layers and layers, and like little things that flap out and what have you. It's just good to ink the edges, because then you can see where each section is. Sometimes otherwise you've just got paper lying on top of paper. It's a bit like, ooh, see, if you look at that now, okay, and then if you look at that, you can see the difference. I think it makes it look a lot better when everything is just inked around. Another little tip, when you are inking, I would ink all sides, both sides, all creases, so then at least if you change your mind and you decide to do it the other way, it won't matter. So we can either go this way and that way, which I think I actually prefer. Oh no, except the right, so it doesn't really matter, but that does look quite nice inside of there like that, doesn't it? Or you can do it the other way and have whatever, but it really doesn't matter. So that's basically how you put together that little, oh no, that is nice, I put the button there. So that's how you put that section there together. And then obviously, dependent on whether you want, you know, you can glue that down now, make that the pocket, and then you can have these then that open and close and have extra tucks and things in them, which is what I'm going to do. So let me just pop that onto the side there. Let me go back to this one here. So I had that like that. So let's just quickly glue that into place. Oops. Come on, glue, don't fail me now. Right, so a bit of glue there, and a bit of glue. It wasn't done in a very precision style, Rachel, considering you have your precision end on, but never mind. There we go. So that's that bit there, and that's that one there. Right, so that's the pocket done. And then these I'm going to flip up and have these on the outside like thus. And I'm going to have them pop down and have a little something inside of there. So I'm just going to quickly look in all of my fussy cut and ephemera, because I've got stacks and stacks and stacks of stuff here. And I'm just going to see if I have got maybe a journal card or something that will go nicely across there to make a tuck spot. Now I tell you what you could use, we could utilise a tag like so, and pop that on there like that, fold the end down, and then that would make it then a nice little tuck spot in there then, which, or you know, if you want to make a smaller one or what have you, but that would work. Or you could use one of the larger ones, because we've got larger tags there as well. Or you could use one of these. We've also got all of these little like ephemera bits. But that looks quite good actually. Maybe I'll use that in there. So let's pop that down there. And then that's that bit done. Give them a little bit of ink. There we are. And if we pop that then on there like so, and then we'll have something then with a little pull up bit on the side there. Oh, there's the tag again. Right, okay. Here we are. So that there like that. And then there we are. So if you, like I say, if you imagine then you'll be able to have a tag or what have you coming out of there. I will probably pop no knickers. Quickly, Rachel. I did say this to you when I was showing you at the start, wasn't I? That was what I meant when I said it needs to go on the inside. Good job I caught that then. Right, leave that, it'll dry clear. Let's try that again. It needs to go this way, I'm sorry, because whatever's sticking out needs to be on the seam, on the inside, the join, because otherwise this is going to catch in the Lapbook. So if you have any tabs that are sticking out or anything like that, they need to be going into wherever your project is so that they don't get caught on the edges of the Lapbook where that folds. I hope I'm making sense there. Could you notice that then? So for example, let me just put these two together like this. If I were to put this tag in here like so, and then have it folding up, that will then just stick out of there, which is perfectly fine, but you wouldn't want it sticking out of there because otherwise it would be hanging out on the sides of the Lapbook. Okay, so that's just a quick example for you there of what you can do with these flaps. I'll come back to those in a moment. So the next bit now is this section that I've put on here, and I have simply just taken another sheet then of 12 by 12. I wonder if I've got that other half of that bit there that I used. What did I do with that? That's my collage sheet there. These are definitely my leftover bits. So where did that go? Oh, I think I used it for something else. Right, okay, well that's no biggie. So how about we use this one then? Because that goes quite nicely, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. Oh, here we go. Decisions now, look. Oh, let's have that one. Yeah, that'll do. That'll be fine. Right. So, basically, think about the way that it's going to be coming down. So, obviously, this is this length. You can see it's the whole length of the 12 by 12, and I've simply just cut off this one section here, and then I've made that crease there at the top, and then the fold then on the top bit. So take your might light go off or something then. I don't know why it suddenly went dark on my camera, I don't know. score, and then cut. I don't think that's going to fit in my cutter. Let's do it this way, because my big paper trimmer's downstairs, and I am not running back down there again. Yeah, perfecto. What did I just do with the lid for that? How does that happen? Oh, I got it. Don't want that thing lying around loose, do we? No. Put that back in there. And now I need to give myself a score. So just make sure it's the right way around that you want it. So I want mine face up, if that makes sense, and then I'm not bothered about that being like that in there, that'll be fine. So I made a I scored there, but I've also given myself, so I made, in fact I actually made 2 score marks, because I wanted to have like what is that, half a centimetre, you know, so that if it gets a bit thicker, it's got room in there then, basically. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Like a boxed shape. So that there needs to be, what is that, 1.5 centimetres, and then another half then for the fold. So 1, 2. I do hope I'm making myself clear and you can understand what I'm saying. There we go. So basically you're making this shape, see? Also then I'm going to just take those off there, like so, and then the bottom, where is our little document folder? Here we go. This then needs to go, because that'll sit on the top like so. So just check everything fits smoothly. Yes, yes. Okay, and then I need to just measure then. And that's 21, isn't it? There we go. And then that will fold like that. Now I'm going to just very carefully trim that end, because obviously I've cut that with my knife after having scored it, and then if you're not careful you can sometimes end up with a little tiny ridge, and I don't like the ridge. So I'm just going to just take that very edge off. Won't come off there. Does that work? Is that straight now? Yeah. Okay, that's fine. I'm happy with that now. Good. Yeah. You know how sometimes when you score you just get that like little round bump? I didn't like that on there, so I just wanted to take that off. Did that come off all the way? Let me just check again. Sorry guys. It's annoying me because I know it hasn't fully. Should have brought my big cutter. No, I have to use my hand. Okay, never mind. Stop being so fussy, Rachel. See, that there is just bugging me. This is why I never get anything finished. Ah, there, better. Job done. Okay, so that's been thingy there. I need to just round that off there because it just looks nicer. And round that off there. And then I'm going to really quickly just rub around this now with my ink. Dum-da-da-da-dum. Move down the sides here. And we're going to just go over the top here. And then down the edges here. Okay. And obviously I'm just doing this one here just to show you how I've made this structure. And then, and what I thought I would do then is the freebies from today, I've made you those little like sectional scrappy bits that you can just tear out, and they've got those lovely little birds and what have you on there. I thought they'd be nice then to use as a bit of a plate on the front of this then. So basically, just to finish this off, all you need to do now is make sure now that that's, you're gluing to the first line, not the second. Sorry, I have hiccups now. So not to the second line, only to the first line, okay? Otherwise you're going to lose your fold. There we go. Actually, it might be easier if I do it with it closed. There we are. That should, in essence, fold like that. There we are. And then you should push that back up then, so you've got that little cube shape, and then it will sit. There we are, look, and you've now got space in there now if you want to make things a little bit bulky. And we got ourselves a nice little tuck. We'll put some paper in there to match, and that is how you make your basic shape. Okay, so I'm going to just do one extra bit now on my actual one, because that's my, well, this is not my prototype, this is what I'm working with. Now, what have I done with those bits of paper? Ah, there, hidden away into here. Okay, so what I thought I would do is, let's open this bit up. So as you can see, I've popped a lovely piece of the woodland paper on that one there. But inside here now, I want to put a pulley out bit of writing paper. So I've taken a piece of this, you know, one of these collage sheets. I've cut it down to size, so I know it will fit on the page, like so. I'm folding it in half so that I know it'll fit exactly over the top of the way that, and all I've done is concertina a piece of coffee dye paper. So I started off with a thin bit, which was going to be the fixer side, and then I folded it, and I actually folded it in place so I know it'll fit on the sheet. So I folded it down once over that way, and then I folded it backwards over that way, like so, and then I folded it back that way, and then what was left then, I've done this final fold here, which is actually not a very neat fold, but I'm going to blame the coffee dye paper, because I have noticed, I don't know about you, the coffee dye paper does tend to go out of shape. So what I thought we'd do, I'm just going to quickly ink all around here now, and this is going to become like a little pocket on the front with a tab on that will then pull open, and you'll have this little concertina writing spot then inside of our little file folder, which is going to sit inside of our large Lapbook. So I'm having so much fun working with these papers because they are just so pretty, and I can't wait to do all the bit at the end when I add on all the fussy cut leaves and just make it all feel, sorry, my nose is itching, really autumnal. So what I thought I would do, look, is see this final flap that's at the top. This is going to sit either side of that, so that will go down here, and that will go down there like that. And then I'm going to take my tab thing, and I had a piece of paper last night that I cut a bit out of. What did I use? Oh, that must be right. Okay, okay, that's fine. What shall I use on this one? Shall I use that? No. Oh look, too many decisions now. Just use anything, Rach. I have only got full pieces of paper on my desk, and I don't know about you, but I really struggle when it comes to cutting into. Oh, let's use a bit of this. Yeah, I got some one of Jess's lovely her kit from last month. So what I did, I cut a piece down, if I remember rightly, to use my tab thing. So I cut this off that I know is wide enough. Is this going to be dark enough? Oh, it'll be alright with a bit of ink around it, won't it? Yeah, it'll be fine. Right, under there now, please. Oops, sorry guys. more 6s and 7s. And it needs to be wide enough for my tab. So, yep, that'll do. That'll do. Right, that down there, back over there. And then I folded it because my tab is for a folded sheet, look. But it needs to be, so I think I did I fold it in half? And I think I got 2 out of, I think I did, I can't quite remember now. And then I think I folded it like that. I hope I got this right. And then I folded it like that. And that should then give me, I'm going to do it upside down so I can see if I've got enough space. Yes, I have. Whew. Seeing it just butts against there then, and because I folded it, my tab now, look, is a perfect fold. There we are. And then we'll have another one on this side. There we are. Lovely. Right, ink. There we go. Ink, 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 ink. Lovely jubbly. Fantastic. Sorry, I know this is fascinating for you watching this. You're like, yeah, sure, Rach, we all love watching you sit there inking your tabs. Right, I just need that one. And then what I was thinking was I'm going to pop that little tab on here, like so. And then you'll know to pull that out, and it'll bring the whole thing with it all the way out to be a big giant writing spot, look, like that. Do you see? But I want to stitch around this, and then we're going to use this then as well. I'm going to leave the top open. I'm going to use this as a long pocket. Okay, so I'm going to glue this on first, I think. Yes, because I'll be able to run a stitch then. Now, because I want to use it as a pocket, I need to make sure that that section there is glued down properly, because I don't want that flapping about on the inside of my pocket. Otherwise, it's going to be a pain in the backside, isn't it? Sorry, that was not a very couth way of saying that then. It's going to be a nuisance, basically. Okay, let's just fold that down. There. Lovely. You see what I'm saying? You need that nice and flat. I could actually, do you know what I think I'm going to do, just so that there's no friction? I think I can just put a bit of washi tape on the inside of there. I know that may seem a bit extravagant, but let me tell you, when you're trying to put something in and out of your pocket and you've got a bit of paper that's sticking, it's going to be really annoying. So I'm going to just use this. Oh, she says, if I can find the end. Here we go. And it's going to behave like a bit of a band-aid, basically. But what it will do is just make sure that everything is nice and smooth. There we go. Because there is nothing worse than trying to stick some bit of paper into a pocket and then it won't go in because there's an additional bit of paper in there in the way. Right, so all I need to do now is to just glue that bit down there. Excuse me. Like so. Ooh. Should have my reading glasses on. And then across the bottom. And then I'm going to just give that a minute to dry, so don't damage my sewing machine. And then I'm going to whip down and I'm going to just run a stitch around the outside of that. And I think that'll look really nice then, stuck on that page there with a little bit of stitching. Now, you could add stitching and stuff to all of these flip, flap, fold things, but if you're doing it with a bit of 12 by 12, this stuff is already quite thick, so I would just add stitching on to the extra little bits, and that just brings in the detail, and if that makes sense. I'm going to stick this on, but obviously I don't want to be stitching through this, so that's just going to sit there because, well, I will stitch through the one section of it, but it's just not too deep, if that makes sense, because I don't want to make my pockets any smaller. Right, where do you want this now, Missy? Because I don't really want it on my butterfly. Oh. Right, just pull it out a little bit. Come on. Got that quick before it glues. There. Make sure I've wiped off any residue. Right. Here we are. That looks nice. Okay, I'm going to just run downstairs and, because that's where my sewing machine is at the moment, and I'm going to, I'm going to just cut that bit off the top there, because that's annoying me as well. There we go. I'm going to just run down and stitch around there. I think I'm going to just ink these edges too, because everything else is inked. Only just on the top and bottom, just where I've been cutting the raw edge, you know what I mean? I'm not going to ink every, like, edge and angle, she says. But yeah, I think that looks really, and then that'll be stuck there like that then, look. Now what we could do, we could have another little pocket in the back of there. But let me go and stitch and then we'll have a look. Okay, so I have stitched around the 3 sides now of this, which has left me with a lovely deep pocket now. So I can put a long, like, bookmark style tag or something that'll go down inside of there. And I've been left now with this nice fold out for us to do some journaling on. What I've also done then, because I didn't want to just have that piece stuck on the page, so I've made, I've cut a piece now to go over that panel. And then I have cut, I don't know if you can see there, a little slit, and I'm just going to feed the bit that's got to be stuck down into that, like so. So then that will be hidden behind there. That will then sit on the top of here. Just make sure that's straight, and then I will glue that in place then. Yeah, that's fine. I'm happy with that. So we just push that bit through there like so, and then my glue gun. Just to make sure that that's not going anywhere. And it gets pulled forward in the journal. There we are. So we won't see any of that. That'll be hidden underneath my little panel. And then I'm just going to glue now this onto here. Like so. Oops. Wobbly hand today. So this will be one of the little fold outs then that's going to be in my Lapbook, which I am very excited about. Now yeah, this is a nice way now to be adding in elements of my kit, which is what I obviously want to showcase in my Lapbook. Right, hang on, let me just get that straight there now. So I need that to go tip to toe there, tip to toe there. I've left a little edge all the way around just so that it looks nice. Flatten that down. There we go. Don't want that getting in the way when we want to fold this out. Here we are. Very nice. So that'll be up there like that. That will be there like that, and then this will fold in here like so. And like I said, the little tab pokes in on the inside. I'm going to just cut those threads off there because they are a little bit annoying, and we don't want anything that's going to get caught on anything. So you'll open that up, and then you will pull that out like so. There we are, and then you've got yourself a nice little writing spot there, and it's all tucked away and hidden, and we've got our lovely beautiful butterfly there. Perhaps the only thing I should have done maybe was ink there, but I think that looks okay. So I've inked around the edge, And that all looks nice there. And you've actually got double the writing space because you can write on the back that way as well. So I think that's enough for you all to be going on with today. I'm going to go now and carry on prepping some of my next panels. Obviously that'll come down there, but you see now why it was important to have that extra space at the top of that lip, because now this has started to bulk out a little bit, which is what we want. You know, we want your lapbook to start to kind of, you know, grow from different shapes and angles. So, you know, I'm not sure what's going to go on the top of that bit yet, but I'm really pleased with how that's come along there now. And then we'll have something sticking out there. I think I'll put that other tab at the top of there, I think, so they'll kind of like match then. When we're lifting things in and out. But there we go. Yep, happy with that. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Did I tell you who'd won the journal? I don't think I did I? Oh, well, I'm going to have to do it again in case I've forgotten, because I nearly forgot. Okay, so, drum roll, please. Da, 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 da. The journal, that's this here, the journal here, this lovely woodland journal made by Bella, that was for the giveaway in the last video, has been won by Cold Mountain Picks. Okay, and I will put that up across the screen now. Cold Mountain Picks. I'm sorry I don't know your name, because obviously that's just your YouTube handle. If you could please drop me a message, I would be very grateful, and then send me your address and I can get this in the post to you with some fussy cuts and bits and pieces so you can journal in her for the autumn. Thanks for joining me today, guys. Have a wonderful day, and I will be back with you very soon. Don't forget to go and take advantage of our 40% off sale and to go and download your Friday freebies so that you can do some of these great projects that we're working on in our Lapbook this month. Take care now, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.